Alright guys, Rxllout here and welcome back to something a bit different. I'm going to just be talking here, kind of giving my opinion on a few topics instead of, just making beats and all that stuff. Just kind of get away from it. So today I'm going to be talking about the worst parts of production, being a producer, that people don't really talk about. No one really mentions this, so I'm going to be going over it today for you. Now I want to preface this just by saying that production is an amazing thing. Like being a producer, being your own boss and making music and making beats for the world is a very fulfilling and fun job, but there are a lot of downfalls to it that people don't talk about because they want to promote something, they want to sell something, they want to shove things down your throat and be like, this is the best life ever, you have to do this, you have to do that. But I'm here to tell you today, as someone you watch, as a friend, as whatever you want to call it, the worst parts of it. So I'm going to start off with the first thing, which is the loneliness that kind of comes with it. So if you don't have any other outlets, like let's say gym or running or walking the dog, maybe joining a sports team, having friends, going out, it can get extremely lonely. It can get very, very lonely just sitting at a PC, making beats, making music. And it's a weird feeling because like as humans, I believe we need community. We need people around us to help us out and kind of bounce off each other and work with each other. And you can get that as a producer, but if you're just in your bedroom producing stuff and making stuff, it can get extremely lonely. And it's not really good for the brain to be alone that much. It's kind of needed to have people to bounce off, to work with, to have human connection there. So if you don't have a girlfriend or you don't have a lot of friends and you're just I'm going to make music, I'm going to just work at this my whole life and be rich, and all the people that were rude to me in high school can go ram it, and because I'm rich now and I'm better than them. It's not like that at all. You should really be looking for community and people around you. Build community as well in the producer community. I know the producer is called the producer community, but online communities are fun and everything, but it's still better to have people around you to beat that loneliness off and be yourself more and be able to express yourself more, and it will bring a lot of better experiences to your life and make you a lot happier. So I would say loneliness is probably one of the worst things to come with being a producer. The next thing I would say is probably stuff like let's see, I'm struggling to even find stuff, but the work, it's obviously creative work. You have to be very creative and keep going and have ideas constantly, and that's not the easiest thing to do. You can't have the best ideas every day, constantly, and you can come into a rut where you just can't think of anything creative, and that can bring you down, and it can kind of stifle your own creativity and make you think, well, if I'm not that good, then I can't be creative all the time, then what's the point of doing this? Why am I forcing myself to be creative? And that's the other thing, when you're forcing yourself to do things, to be creative, it puts a negative effect on your brain, your body. You're like, and the more you force it, the more you're like, oh, I have to grind, I have to keep doing this, I have to keep going, I have to grind my head into the ground until this works. That kind of mentality and that kind of attitude is toxic, and it's not healthy for you. It's going to bring you down, and it's going to make you hate your job, it's going to make you hate what you do. And if you're just kind of forcing yourself to be creative and forcing yourself to make things and produce, it's going to have a negative effect on your mental state. You should be doing this job or career or path, whatever you want to call it, because you enjoy it, because it's fun for you, because it's something you want to do. And it shouldn't turn into a 9 to 5. It shouldn't turn into I have to do this every day, or my subs are going to drop, my sales are going to drop, my connections are going to drop. That's not what you should be doing this for, because it's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to turn into a job, and you may as well just get an office job if that's your goal, if you just want to make money with this. And that's the next thing. Money can be very tight at some points and very unreliable, especially with like producing, because music comes, music goes, different styles of music come, different styles of music go. You're not always going to be kind of making the big bucks. You can make a stable income with stuff like YouTube and consistent drum kit sales and beat sales and client list and working with people, which is what you should aim for. But the money isn't always top of the range, buying diamonds and cash and everything. And it can be, I'll admit, if your brand is big enough, it can be, and it can be very lucrative. But you shouldn't be getting into it just for money, because if you're like, I have to make as much money out of this as I possibly can, it's going to be rough for you. You're just going to think of your creativity as a way to make money, and that's already a toxic relationship. So don't think of it like that. Think of it just as a way to build, to have fun, to be yourself, to be creative. Don't think of it as a 9 to 5. Don't think of it as a this has to be done or everyone's going to turn into hell. Like, I've never made money that way. When I make money that way, it's always strained money, and it's like I'm forcing money out of something, forcing money out of myself, and it doesn't work. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's not a nice thing. But if I just relax, have fun with it, kind of put in what comes to my head and don't think too much, and I enjoy it, usually that's where the money comes in. That's where the brand builds better, because you're being yourself. And that's also will go on to my next topic here, being yourself. People think that if they pretend to be this, £1 million producer, and they're this tough gangster producer, and I've been grinding my whole life, and I've been I'm a entrepreneur, I'm clever, I'm smart, I'm like this, all this ego that comes into music. It comes because of music, it comes because of money, and because you think you have to be someone you're not. That is one of the most negative parts of this. It can bring an ego, and it can bring a feeling of entitlement, and you're better than everyone else, and it's toxic and it's not helpful. Your best producers, your favorite producers, are probably themselves. They're probably not like this fake persona. Some of them might be, but a lot of the people that you really relate to are going to be themselves. They're going to be honest. They're going to be, themselves. Like, just, it's hard to explain what being yourself is, but when you're not putting on a fake idea, a fake persona, and I kind of do it a little bit just, for the channel, because I know it's, people I'll like recognize. I mean, I'm not like, all right guys, Rxllout here in real life, obviously, but but I do think I'm mostly myself with my channel, and I'll say when I mess up, I'll say when I can't think of anything, or I'm just honest. And if you're doing music, you can't just be, oh, today we're grinding, we're back in we're cooking up another banger, where, oh my god, did you see what I did here, did you see what this happened, did you see I did this amazing beat, and oh my god, you have to, like, relax. Like, that stuff might get clicks and views, but it's not going to build a brand that's really something you're proud of. So don't bring ego into it. Don't kind of force a fake persona and a fake idea of yourself onto the world, because you're going to start to believe it. You're going to think, well, I'm not like this in real life, so why am I doing this for money? It all comes back to that. So that's, again, one of the other negative parts of it. The ego, the the fake persona. The next thing, I don't know if this is kind of one that's a bit more personal to me, but it can isolate you a lot from people, because like, people are going to be doing, the average person will just be doing jobs, they'll be doing work that they don't really like, and they go to work and they're like, oh, I hate it, I wish I could just do what you do, I wish this could happen this way and this could happen that way, and it's going to make you feel like you're the only one that's kind of doing it, like you're the only one that's really invested into this and built something for yourself, and everyone else is, you're like, my friends from high school and stuff, they're all doing completely different things, and it makes me feel isolated, because I'm not like in the loop, I'm not doing the same things they're doing, which can be a negative. It can be like, you against the world mentality, which is something to be aware of. Realize you're not against the world. Your friends are probably rooting for you. Your friends are probably wanting you to do well. So keep that in mind, and don't think, oh, I'm just this nomad, I'm on my own, I'm doing everything, and I'm building it all, and I'm such a outcast and all this stuff. You're not an outcast. You're not. This can make you feel like an outcast sometimes, like just constantly on your PC building, doing stuff. It can make you feel like an outcast, and it's a very isolating feeling. But you have to understand that everyone's with you, everyone's wanting you to succeed, and they're with you, not against you. It's not like you're doing this on your own and everyone's just struggling. Everyone has their own life, and you have to remember that it's complicated for everyone, not just you. But it will get complicated along the road. You're not just gonna, this is it and this is set and everyone's going to be fine, everyone's going to be perfect. It's not going to be like that. There's going to be bumps and there's going to be valleys and there's going to be different feelings associated with what you're doing. So keep that in mind. And yeah, just be honest with yourself about what you really want, because money is money. If you're not happy making beats, you're not happy in a cubicle job, you're not happy doing whatever, all these different things, if you're not happy doing it, don't do it. I mean, honestly, please don't force yourself to do things that are that's making you miserable just because you think, I've put so much time in it, blah, blah, blah. Do things that represent you, put yourself out there, and then, make you happy to wake up and go for what your dreams are. But yeah, that should be the video, guys. I hope some of these tips and tricks warned you or helped you or whatever. But thank you very much. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one I do.